Hey, okay, I'd like to comment on a video that I haven't actually watched. And I have no intention of watching. It's called Atheism's Fatal Flaw. And it's by Bible-thumping wingnut who could give a rat's ass what I think of anything. So I can pretty much say whatever I want to about whatever I want to. Because I'm just a woman, so whatever, you know? Probably like having a little mosquito buzzing in your ear, you know, and yeah, wish that pesky bug would go away because I'm certainly not going to listen to it. That's probably what he thinks about a woman giving their opinion about something. Anyway, he has a video called Atheism's Fatal Flaw. Okay. This is my question, and I haven't even watched the video. It's only 2 minutes and 39 seconds long. I should just watch it. Oh, what the fuck. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to just play it right now. Although I might have to turn it off if it's really stupid.
Big heart health benefits.
Advertisement.
One small pill per day.
And I can't skip it either. You know, fuck that. I'm not going to listen to his stupid advertising. Then he's going to get money for it. Okay, so it's 2.5 minutes long. What is atheism? I'm just trying to imagine what would atheism's fatal flaw is. Okay, well, first of all, atheism isn't like religion. It's not a I'm trying to think of the word. We don't claim anything. So how is there a flaw? Flaw of... What is there a flaw of? I mean, we claim that there's no proof that a God exists. And that's true. So that's not the fatal flaw. Okay, I'm gonna suck it up. Suck it up. And it's only 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and over. Okay, here we go. 2 minutes, 39 seconds of bullshit. Atheist fatal flaw. Atheist. Okay. So far, we just have words coming to the screen in a Bible with rays.
I got a Mac. This is a fatal flaw.
Fatal flaw.
That's a fatal flaw.
Fatal flaw.
Atheism tells me, and Richard Dawkins wrote it in a book, that because human life has come together by unguided evolution, it is unlikely our view of the world is accurate. Richard Dawkins actually said that. I can't believe atheists believe it. If you're a reduction...
Our view of the world is likely not accurate. You know what? That's because it's very likely true that our view is not accurate. Why? Because we're not perfect. Because we can only guess based on scientific things that we discover, and there's always going to be new discoveries, and until when will we actually be able to say that we know everything? You know? Richard Dawkins is being a humble, honest person by saying that we might not be seeing everything clearly, or whatever his stupid quote is. I have to rewind this and hear what he says again. This is the fatal flaw, and it's because Richard Dawkins says something that he wants to construe in a way. Aha! Gotcha, atheists! That's what he's doing. Okay, what's he saying?
Likely our view of the world is accurate. Richard Dawkins actually
Oh my God!
It's unlikely our...
I want to hear
come together by
Okay, here we go.
Wrote it in a book, that because human life has come together by unguided evolution, it is unlikely our view of the world is accurate. Richard Dawkins actually said that.
Okay. I am just so amazed that this guy thinks that this is anything. Richard Dawkins is a scientist. All scientists are very critical of what things appear to be. You know, they're never really satisfied with what answers they get. There's always the question, is this true? Or should we keep digging deeper? You know, if we all settled for what science thinks at the current time and we never try to look any further, we'd all still think the world was flat. We'd all still think there were sea monsters. We'd all still think that bleeding people is a way to cure them of diseases. If we just, you know, accept that we don't think that our everything, we know everything, and we're constantly trying to find new answers. So I say kudos to Richard Dawkins. That's the spirit of atheism right there. The humble acknowledgement that, you know what, we don't know everything, and very likely our view of how things are isn't accurate because we're still trying to figure things out. There's still so much to learn. And this little cretin is like, I got you! Richard Dawkins himself has said this! Woo! Oh, I'm getting a call, so I have to come back. To answer that phone call. That's my best friend from New Zealand who's actually in Seattle right now visiting. Okay, so back to this.
I can't believe atheists believe. If you're a reductionist, then you must also be a materialist.
You can't believe atheists believe what?
Reducing your beliefs and reasoning to the physics and chemistry of neurological structures. If that's the case, I got a big question for you. I got a question. If in the end, your thoughts, reasoning, theories, and belief are the result of nothing more than motions of atoms in...
This again? You know, this is what Christians do. They take science and they oversimplify it so it sounds absolutely absurd. Oh, I didn't come from nothing. That's how they explain the Big Bang. I didn't come from nothing. I don't think everything came from nothing. Which the Big Bang doesn't say everything comes from nothing. That's what Christianity says. Oh, my daddy wasn't a monkey. That's how they explain evolution, or they think that a transitional fossil would be a half bird and a half pigeon. Oh, that's a bird. Half. It just came out, okay. Half bird and half iguana. Okay, yeah. That's what they are looking. They're looking around for something like that to prove evolution, like that's ever gonna happen. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, and their idea of evolution is something like that, like a half lizard, half bird, or which actually there is kind of a creature that's a transitional creature that's very much like a lizard bird, but anyway, and oh, and we all evolution claims that we came from monkeys, which it doesn't. You know, and you can tell Christian this until you're like 100 years old, and they'll still not. So I'm done. Now I know what he's talking about. Oh, they're just chemicals. You guys, how do atheists believe that we're just chemicals and this random soup stuff and things just happen? and you know, oh, but my beliefs make so much more sense. I believe in invisible God in the sky who made everything. He made the universe, but he cares about little creatures on one of a trillion planets, and he cares what those little creatures do on that one little tiny mote of dust circling a little tiny mote of dust inside of a little tiny galaxy that's like inside of a huge universe. It has so many billions, okay, well, maybe not billions, but a whole lot of other galaxies. But he cares. He's got to sift through all the other stars and all the other things, and you know, shove them aside, kind of, you know, pushing through to get to that one little tiny little thing right here, the planet Earth around the sun, and you know. This is what he cares about. It's right here. And he made everything for this right here. And he cares if there's this little tiny microscopic thing right here. He cares whether that believes in him. It really matters to him if this little microscopic thing on this little tiny speck circling another little tiny speck. He cares if this believes in him, and he really cares if it praises him, and he really, really cares if, and if it doesn't, he's going to pick it up and he's going to pull its legs off and torture it, and then he's going to throw it in fire and torture it forever. This is what this guy believes, and he laughs at atheists for believing in that we're natural, that we were created by the natural world. And yes, we are base chemicals, we're carbon and a bunch of other stuff. So is everything that is, but that's not what. And then he says it's atheist. He's saying atheists. Well, you know what? That's science that you're talking about. You're trying to say that atheists believe this. Atheists believe that. You know what? You're talking about science. Science. What atheists believe? First of all, we're all different people. So we all have different ideas of the world and the universe. The only thing that we have in common with each other, the only thing, is we don't think there's a God. We don't believe in gods. That's it. Atheists don't necessarily believe in evolution. Most of us do. But a person who believes in evolution doesn't have to be an atheist. When I was a Christian, I believed in evolution. Lots of theists believe in evolution. So, if you want to say, well, atheists believe in evolution. Atheists believe in cosmology, that Big Bang Theory. Atheists believe that we're just chemicals in a soup that randomly came together. You want to throw all that on and make a little list of what atheists believe and then say, this is the fatal flaw of atheism. There's only one thing that atheists believe, that we all believe, that we all have in common. We don't believe that there's such a thing as your God or any God ever. That's it. So how can there be a fatal flaw to that? There is no fatal flaw to what makes us atheists. What makes us atheists? We don't believe in God. You understand? Has nothing to do with science, has absolutely nothing to do with the different kinds of sciences that there are, or which ones we believe in, or how we believe in them, or what we think, or whatever having to do with science, the natural world. All it is about being an atheist is we don't believe in God. So tell me where's the fatal flaw in atheism? You're describing a kind of science that obviously you think is worthy of mocking, even though you blindly follow a book and think it's the word of God, even though you have zero evidence that a God exists, zero evidence that that book was written by anybody besides a con artist or several. But you blindly follow it and laugh at other people for having different beliefs than you. And then you tell atheists that we all believe something, that no, we don't all believe something. The only thing that we believe in common is we don't believe in your bullshit God or any God. I wish you could get that through your head, Bible-thumping wingnut, because you want to laugh and make funny videos and poke fun at people just because they don't believe what you believe. It's a little immature. I don't understand why Christians have this attitude. Why can't you fucking let people believe whatever they believe? And then you try to make us look ridiculous by saying, oh, these guys believe. First of all, you're badly misrepresenting the science when you do that. You have no clue what the science is, and you only demonstrate that by putting shit out like this. But then you try to pin beliefs on us that we might not necessarily have. The only thing that makes us atheists is we don't believe in your God. We don't believe in gods. That's it. That's all an atheist is. So, for somebody who seems to think you know everything and seems to think that women are not even worth your time of day to acknowledge, the women who disagree with you, we're nothing to you. You're pretty dumb. You need to, pull your head out and read the definition. It doesn't take much. You just Google dictionary.com and read the fucking thing. Read what an atheist is. Says nothing at all about, oh, they have to believe in the science and the science and the science. No, we don't have to believe in anything. We just don't believe in a God. That's it. That's the definition. And there's really no fatal flaw to that. You might think there's some fatal flaw to some science. That's fine. That just shows that you don't know anything about science, and all you want to do is mock other people for trying to find out how the universe works. And then, oh my God, heaven forbid, Richard Dawkins says, oh, we don't know everything, and you're just like, ha! Gotcha! Atheism is wrong! Proof of God! All I can think is you must be like incredibly desperate for any affirmation that this God exists. And I think that's really sad that you are so pathetically paranoid. I'm sorry. That was a mean thing to say. But I'm just, what do you care? Why do you have to have everybody believe what you believe? It gets really old. I would be perfectly fine with Christians running around if they would just fucking leave other people alone. Just today, I went down to Westlake Center because I needed to buy a gift at the mall down there. And there's this guy walking around with this stupid sign, almost as big as he is, about Jesus. It's like, what the fuck? Why is that? I can't even walk down a street and I have to see this reminder of this toxic lie that practically ruined my life. Why don't you just let people be? You could go on happily being blissfully ignorant for the rest of whatever. I don't care. Why don't you just let people be and stop mocking them and mocking people who are trying to find the answers? Anyway, this wasn't supposed to get all cranky. This is supposed to be funny, but I get pissed off about people like this. They make fun of other people for having disbeliefs. They try to assign beliefs to other people that these other people don't have. Mocking Richard Dawkins for, oh my God, being honest. You know what I get from this video? Bible thumping wingnut. You are just as dishonest as Matthew 4:19. You're right in the same ballpark. Slime! So, anyway, I thought it would be a light, funny video. It turned out to be not so light. Sorry! Thanks for watching. Bye.